Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Bill Chase and the Movies. And I'll have four new movies to review this week. I should say at the top of the show that I did promise to review Goodbye Solo this week, but will not be able to see it till Friday. So I apologize in advance, but I still have four movies here for you today. And the spring blockbusters keep coming, and this week is no different, as the first movie I'm reviewing is the latest in the blockbuster of series, the continuing X-Men series, with a new franchise entitled X-Men Origins, and this one is, of course, on Wolverine. Now, the X-Men movies have prominently been great in my view, and I actually gave each of the films in the trilogy 4 stars. Perhaps only the Jason Bourne series has been more consistent. Fact is, a movie like this needed to happen. I mean, we get so enamored by the characters in these type of films that we're just chomping at the bit to get to know who they are, get to know who they are a little bit more. Hence why I was anticipating the movie. However, as I was watching it, it seemed as if I was watching one of the great comic book characters be made into something that really didn't convey or personify the character that we've come to know in the trilogy. Now, Jackman is back, of course, as Logan, aka Wolverine, and he's in fine form as always. And we begin the journey with his half brother Victor, aka Sabretooth, played by the usually reliable Liev Schreiber. The trek begins in the Northwest Territories of Canada in 1840, which I find odd because Canada wasn't even a country till 1867, and the Northwest Territories didn't even exist until a few years later. But whatever, I guess I'm just being picky being Canadian. Maybe Billy Bob Thornton can make fun of that. Anyway, moving on. I guess I'm just being picky. There's a nice montage of these two fighting in the Civil War, World War One and Two, and Vietnam. Now, as nice as it is, it really doesn't bring anything to the story or have much redeeming value. Am I being over analytical? Sadly, yes. But that's because I'm a movie critic, and that's what we do. If we aren't here to analyze these things, then what's the point of us existing anyway? Now, Jackman's portrayal as Wolverine is as sharp as the blades he possesses, and really brings a natural exuberance and energy to the character as always, which I've enjoyed in the past. It seems here, however, he's stuck in one movie trying to be this great character, but the director's too busy making another. That just suffers from too much irreverence to its character and just really drags him down. Now the film is very well made in its action scenes and are effective and well shot that it's not hard to get into in that aspect. Now some of these elements uh, of what makes a character so interesting are there, and while Jackman does great with what he has, just too many elements in this film don't allow him to work. Now, Taylor Kitsch, who plays Gambit, does a good job, as does Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool, and some of the other supporting work is given its due. However, the character of the Blob seemed like something out of some superhero spoof movie, and it'd be like watching a sequel to the 1999 cult classic Mystery Men, starring Ben Stiller. If this was a sequel to Mystery Men, it might have been a better movie. Sad to say, this movie pales in comparison to the others in the series, as well as many other previous superhero films, such as the Spider-Man 1 and 2, Iron Man, and the classic masterpiece The Dark Knight. Even last year's Hulk film was better than this. I really didn't see this as much of an origins film as I did a glorified flashback, telling me stuff that really just wasn't important or vital. The movie is directed by Gavin Hood, whose other films were critical hits and very well made. It's sad to say none of the fans of this film will go see those ones. Hood definitely has potential to make a great film, but this isn't it. People will come up to me and probably ask me, Bill, what were you expecting, a cinematic masterpiece? Well, no. I mean, even a good movie would suffice, and we didn't even get that here. And the Wolverine character could have been made into a cinematic masterpiece. It's not out of the realm of possibility, considering the fact how great the other three X-Men movies were. Now, as much as I loved the way this movie was filmed, in many ways about it, I really wanted dearly to recommend it, but sadly I can't. I just left the theater with a sour taste in my mouth. So 2.5 stars out of 5 for Wolverine.